Welcome back everybody to the Archon Origins. This is map 12. We are officially in season 12. So, first thing we're immediately going to do is turn down our speakers because that's way too loud. I was watching a movie. Alright, first thing we're actually going to do is go ahead and get rid of these junk items in our inventory because we don't need them. Oh my god, I almost thought I fell off the edge. Doesn't really matter if I did since I have keep inventory on here. Well, servers keep inventory. Alright, there we go. So, what I'm going to go ahead and do is do kits. We're actually going to go ahead and claim our coal kit, which is kind of crap, but we're just getting started. Now, this stuff is junk to me. I don't need any of this, so. I'm just collecting the kit because I want the blocks. Alright, and I need a chest. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and break this chest now. Or break this wood so we can go ahead and start making a chest. Alright. Everybody is gearing up with the Archon Pass and their G kits, and pretty much like we all do. Typically at the start of a season, we all sit there and claim our kits, and we buy new keys, and we buy new perks. Because you do lose them every reset. So we always have to buy certain things over again. Our ranks you get to keep. There's actually quite a bit you do get to keep, but stuff like keys and spawners and your money and your mob coins and all that kind of stuff you lose. So that's pretty much what a lot of people are doing, is trying to get their keys and get back to immediately IS top. Alright, so we cleared out our inventory. Let's collect our G kit real quick, our spawner G kit. And we're just gonna again drop it all in here because we don't need it currently. I have a lot of keys waiting to be collected, so that's what we'll be doing next. Alright, just got our coal. Let's get our April. Here's our April kit. Alright, I know one of these sets are the ones that I really enjoy. Like, it's not the emerald, I know that for sure. Alright. Oh, we are out of space again, so let me just quickly chop down some wood. Alright, and I already bought my Archon Pass as well, so that means I do have access to the elite kind of challenges. Let's see, we need some chests. We're going to need a lot of chests here in the beginning. And that's the first thing we really want to do, is get chests down. Because you will underestimate how many chests you'll actually need. Because your kits give you quite a bit of stuff. Okay, I'm just going to drop all of this. Just all of it. And I am going to go ahead and pull out my April armor. And my April fishing rod. Oh, missing my helmet. There we go. Okay, popping that on. Alright, so that's all the kits collected. So this is what we're going to go ahead and do. We're going to VC. How many do I have remaining? 28. I'm basically just going to sit here and collect all these real quick. I have 20 remaining. This is typically what I do when I know we're getting close to the end of a season. I will sit there and hoard my vote keys and then claim them next season. Especially if my island's already to a point where... How many do I have? 8 more. Three more. And 1 more. There we go. So now we're gonna warp crates. Everybody's here getting their stuff. Making sure all my things are there. So do we know this note, but I don't know. I haven't decided if I want to get it done or not. get these keys with my G-Kit, my spawner G-Kit, and I get them every 5 days. So for me, personally, I don't purchase spawner keys. I'll purchase keys. I think they're all pretty useless. 1 pig spawner. Pig spawner. Alright, what did I win? Sell one. Lapis block. I guess those are kind of useful. 16 lapis blocks again. Now, devote crates are probably some of the worst crate things to have, but when you're just getting started, they really do help. Like I got 150k from all these things. And it's a super handy thing to have. Especially because I could actually 2 more gold crates. What? What's up? I don't like he would get my face, so I do not. 10k XP is actually super helpful, so you don't need to kind of like a professional fishing line type deal. I have left. Pig spawner. Those are a good spawner to get started with. 10k XP again. Pig spawner. And I think I'm out. No. Alright. I got a beacon now, that's pretty cool. Alright, we are going to go back. Actually, what we're going to do is go to casino. And we're going to go ahead and spin our crate. What do we get? $500k, that's actually really good. And the reason why it's really good is because money is the most important thing to have, in my opinion, in the early game. Because you're going to have to buy a lot. AH. 1,000. Because I don't need all these. My kit gives them to me. There we go. Okay. We have a lot of things. I'm gonna go ahead and drop as much as I humanly can in here until I'm ready. Okay, now what we're gonna do next is probably start trying to clear the island and make it flat. That's usually the first thing I do when I log in. Is I make this island flat, I dig up the gold block, or the diamond block, so we can hidden in the island. Okay. I don't worry about purchasing too much in the early game. I just start with what I have. My items actually just sold on the AH, so cool. So those two of the 3 very useless sell ones. I actually prefer not to use the sell ones because I am really, really bad and will constantly pick on my chest with the damn sell ones. I did it like 6 times last season and sold so many gold blocks. And those were the one thing I kept running out of with gold blocks. Alright. So we're getting there. Almost got this one pass cleared off. The next thing we're actually going to do is we are going to go fishing. Because in cover me well. We're going to start working on the pass, and we're going to start working on wood cutting. First things we're going to do. I need some wood anyways to build some of my structures. So, really no skin off my bones trying to get going. People are still opening those made crates. Not worth the money in my opinion. I will spend a lot of money on the Archon, but the things that don't last is not one of them. I may buy the made kit though if there is one. Those usually are kind of worth it. Big mountain of dirt down. Just because we genuinely do not need it. I know some things I'm gonna have to do off camera because they involve my husband's account and I need a whole other setup for that right now. Just like there's a pass challenge for dueling, I usually do that with my husband's account. This will not be a very long episode today because this is going to be a bonus episode to our daily, which is just getting started on the island. I reached 100 excavation skills. And if you don't know what that is MCMMO. It's a skill building plugin for servers. Excavation does not win you any rewards, but you'll see occasionally down in, like just now, there's wood cutting, somebody chopped down a pear tree. Tree is a custom plugin for the server made by, I think, our devs. I'm not entirely sure on that one. But what I do know is that the wood cutting is part of MCMMO. I think the servers maybe depict what prizes you get. You'll probably hear a fan in the background going off as well. It's because it is like 90 degrees in my house and we don't have any AC. Our AC has yet to be fixed. Alright, so first thing I usually do is done. Okay, that's done. So let's put some of this stuff away. Put that away and put that away and grab a pickaxe out. I will figure out what to do with this dirt in a little bit. Right now I'm just gonna basically just clear off this island. Alright. Now normally I also take down this giant tree that's on our island. Okay. See, like this tree, normally I take this down as well first thing. I'm not going to do that this time. I think I'm going to instead go fishing now, but I do need a few spaces in my inventory to be able to do that. Alright. So, in order to do fishing, you just type in /fish. Now, when there's a lot of players like there is now, fishing can be kind of slow. If it's too slow, we will leave and maybe go woodcut instead. I don't like sitting here waiting for fish. And when you're fishing, there is something you can fish up called the common spawner bundle. It is cow, pig, and I think zombies spawners. And it keeps going up. There's like an uncommon, I think there's uncommon, I think there's epic, I think there's legendary. There is a few of those. Puffer fish. Alright, and in our fishing world on Origins, as I've said before in the introduction to Origins video, the more players that are on, the more XP you can earn while fishing. There are 11 players in the fishing world, so we get a plus 38% bonus to every fish that we fish, every XP from it. So it can be kind of easy to level up your fishing. It's just trying to level up when there's so many players online, it can be a little slow. Oh, I pulled that one too soon. That was my bad, I pulled that one too soon. Okay. So I guess this is what we're gonna sit here and do for a little bit, it's just fish. This is definitely some of the more boring tasks on the server, but Pass makes it really worth it. Alright, so let's actually look over Pass real quick. I haven't completed any of the challenges, which I knew I wouldn't yet. Play for 2 hours. We'll just get that as we go. Cobblestone. Collect the 10,000 XP. I've only collected 6. You have to actually do it yourself. You have to do it manually for it to count. The stuff you can win from crates doesn't count. Legendary enchants. I haven't actually done that yet. We'll need to eventually. The gold blocks. Huh, that used to not be cost. That used to be something else. Wood cutting levels, that's another thing we're going to work on. The duels, that's what I have to do with my husband's account. Emerald blocks, yes. The sugarcane, this one takes forever. And then this is voting. These are different. Yeah, these are for sure different. It's just, there's something about these that's very different. Okay, the blazes. The slay 2 players, so for that one I usually slay myself and my husband's account. That's how I typically do that one. It does count. Bosses. The envoys is really hard. I don't know how many people actually ever do that one. I know that the real PvP players do. Oh, you get a tier 1 mob coin trophy now. You used to not get that. Okay, that's pretty cool. So it definitely looks like some of the stuff has changed. Looks like there was an update to the pass. I don't know how many people actually noticed that yet. But I do know some of the challenges are different. That's one thing I immediately noticed, is that some of the challenges are very different. Wooden sword. Interesting. I'm just gonna throw you right back out there. Alright, so next thing we're gonna go ahead and do is get some levels on our wood cutting for forest. Oh, wait, hold on. I forgot that. We'll use our April axe, and then we'll go back to forest. Alright. So, I like to use jungle, acacia. Oh, there's some lag. There's some serious lag right there for a second. I don't know if that's server or if that was me. Yeah, the trees will automatically spawn in front of you, so you really just want to try to grab just the bottom. You don't want to try to get the entire tree. There's no point. Okay. Oh, forest is laggy. I wonder if there's so many players here. We'll get some level from chopping down that tree as well. With so many players here, though, it'll be pretty fast, I think, to level up. Because we get 39% bonus to all of the trees. Like, right in the beginning, I think is kind of when you want to do a lot of those challenges, like the fish. Okay, my wood chopping skill is 23, we just want to keep it going. I'm actually going to end the video for a while I go ahead and chop. More than likely there will be more than one video today just because, I mean, Origins just reset. It's the best time in the server, like, world. You get to redo everything and get to try to figure out new layouts, new ideas, new decorations. And it's really fun. It's actually my favorite time. Because when you have so much money, you can do whatever you want. And your island is to a point that no matter what you really do, it's not going to change much for your island. Then it's time just to move on. I feel like at that point, it's just a little bit too easy. Like, I think in my last island, I had like 125 mil, and considering I really don't care about the Bycraft stuff, I had like nothing to do. I was just buying supplies and building, and I really didn't know what I wanted to build anymore. Alright. So, what level are we for woodcutting? I didn't see. 42, so we're at 50. Let's go ahead and finish off woodcutting. The 100 woodcutting skills. I think that's 100. Might be 200, but either way, we'll get to 100 and then we'll probably stop. And go ahead and end it there. Let's also return back to our island in a moment and see how many woodcutting skills we can get from that. Okay, just trying to go to the next tree, so you literally just keep it going. We're at 52, but the lag is terrible. More people that are on, the more the lag's gonna get, and it's just, God, it's so bad. And I'm pretty sure some other players actually are leaving because of the lag. But that does actually get better once the season's been running for a little bit, because not many people will be in woodcutting anymore. Alright, we're at 56, but I definitely am one of those players that cannot handle the lag right now. So let's chop down the tree that's on our island. Honestly, it was a little much. Now this doesn't get you as much because of obvious reasons. You're not in the forest world, and because you're not in the forest world, you're not going to get quite as much stuff. Okay, but we are almost 60, so that's some progress. Right, and I'll probably end up just leaving it, and we'll come back to it next episode. Because this is kind of a lot kind of boring to try to do on camera, so we'll do that later. And I think the first thing we will build in the next episode is definitely going to be our centerpiece, which for me is always a fountain. I actually grabbed that fountain idea from Dan TDM years ago with his Xbox 360 when Minecraft was first released on the Xbox. He had a Minecraft survival world, and he built this really pretty fountain. My design's different from the one he built, but it's still very similar, same general size, although I do make it bigger or smaller depending on. So we're at 65. We've pretty much finished off the tree, I believe. Just collecting some of the stuff on the ground now. I think all the wood is gone. Oh, no, here we go. Here's 2 more pieces that we missed. Okay. Alright, there we go. So, I think that's it. We're going to go ahead and end it here, and I will talk to you guys later.